大家好，老师好。我们的期末报告的标题是 Siretoko， 然后我们的组员有我色富新美跟苏美黄，我们是观光2。
Siretoko is one of the richest integrated ecosystem in the world, encompassing both terrestrial and marine areas. The property is located in the northeast of Hokkaido and is comprised of the part of Siretoko Peninsula, which predates into the Sea of Okhotsk and surrounding marine areas. The extraordinarily high productivity of the marine and terrestrial component of the property, produced and largely influenced by formation of seasonal sea ice at the lowest latitude in the northern hemisphere, and the prominent interaction between the marine and terrestrial ecosystem are the key feature of Siretoko. The supply of nutrient-rich intermediate water resulting from the formation of sea ice in the Sea of Okhotsk allows successive primary trophic production, including blooms of phytoplankton in early spring, which underpins Siretoko's marine ecosystem. This in turn sustains the food sources for terrestrial species, including the brown bear and Blakiston fish-owl, through salmon species swimming upstream to spawn. The property is globally important for a number of marine species, globally threatened seabirds and migratory birds. The terrestrial ecosystem has various types of virgin vegetation reflecting the complex topography and weather conditions of the property, and serve as a habitat for a rich and diverse range of fauna and flora, including endangered and endemic species such as Viola kitaniana. Siretoko provides an outstanding example of the interaction of marine and terrestrial ecosystem as well as extraordinary ecosystem productivity, largely influenced by the formation of seasonal sea ice at the lowest latitude in the northern hemisphere, occurring early here than in other sea ice areas. The boundaries of property follow the existing legally designated protected areas and covering 71,100 hectares in area. They embrace all the conserved areas of the integrated ecosystem, comprises an extremely rich marine and terrestrial ecosystem, sufficiently encompassing all the key terrestrial values of the property and the key marine ecological area for marine biodiversity. The terrestrial boundaries are logical and protect key terrestrial features, while the marine boundaries extend 3 km from the shoreline, corresponding to the depth of 200 meters, which encompasses the key marine ecological area for marine biodiversity. The terrestrial boundaries of the property protect key features on the land, from the coastline to the mountain peaks, 1,600 meter high. Most of the terrestrial area is in natural or semi-natural condition, and property physical features continue to retain a high degree of natural integrity. Protection and management requirements. Siretoko is protected by a number of national laws and regulations, including the Nature Conservation Law 1972, the Natural Parks Law 1957, the Law on Administration and Management of National Forests 1951, and the Law for the Conservation of Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, or Species Conservation Law for short, 1992. In addition to these laws, the marine component is protected by regulation covering issues such as fishing and marine population, and is managed in accordance with, among others, the regulation of sea fisheries adjustment in Hokkaido based on the Fisheries Law. Rare and endangered species found with property, such as a Steller sea eagle, white-tailed eagle, and Blakiston fish-owl, are also designated by legally protected as national endangered species of wild fauna and flora, based on the Species Conservation Law, and or as natural monument based on the law for the protection of the cultural property.
The Ministry of the Environment, the Forestry Agency, the Agency for Cultural Affairs, and the Hokkaido Prefectural Government are responsible for their respective system related to the conservation and administration for the property. They develop the management plan for the Siretoko World Natural Heritage Sites to ensure smooth management of the multi-tier, protect areas and species, and the property is managed as a unit base of this plan. In addition, relevant government agency for the local government established the Sirotoko World Natural Heritage Sites Regional Liaison Committee, with the participation of various stakeholders, to promote conservation management of the property through effective collaboration and cooperation with the local community. Also, the Sirotoko World Natural Heritage Site Science Council, consisting of the science and experts, was established and has been promoting adaptive conservation management of the property that reflects scientific knowledge. Tourism is an increasingly important issue within the property. Large number of the tourism visit the property is summer, and the number of the tourists are also increasing in the winter to view the sea ice. A consolidated ecotourism strategy based on the protection of the natural values of the property, the promotion of high-quality nature-based experience for visitors, and promotion of the local economy. Development is required to ensure conservation of the property value. For this reason, the local office of the Ministry of the Environment and the Forestry Agency, together with the Hokkaido Prefectural Government, established the Committee on the Proper Use of Nature and Ecotourism, which cover both the Regional Liaison Committee and the Scientific Council. They start formulation of the Sirotoko Ecotourism Strategy in 2010. Other issues impacting the property, such as the effect of the fishery industry on the marine ecosystem, the impact of river construction including check dam and erosion control dam, and salmon migration for spawning, the impact of vegetation of the grazing pressure of the densely populated cicada, and conflicts between local residents or tourists, brown bears, including agricultural and fishery damage, are being addressed based on the scientific knowledge of working group established under the Science Council. Measures to address these issues are being taken, reflecting the views and opinions of local stakeholders, who have shown a strong commitment at all levels to ensuring the outstanding universal values and the property are maintained. The cicada management plan in the Sirikoto Peninsula was established to address cicada issue. And the multiple-use the integrated marine management plan for Sirotoko World Natural Heritage Sites was developed on the basis of the fisheries-related laws and autonomous management by fishermen. Subsequently, revised management plan for the Sirotoko World Natural Heritage Sites 2009 was formulated to integrate all individual. Furthermore, the conservation management policy for brown bears on the Sirotoko Peninsula and the second cicada management plan in the Sirotoko Peninsula were established in 2020. The multiple-use integrated marine management plan is currently under review, and the second marine management plan is being formulated. The bottom-up approach to management through the involvement of local communities and stakeholders, and the way in which scientific knowledge has been effectively applied to management of the property through the Scientific Council and working groups has been committed by IUCN